You are listening to the Marc Guzman Podcast Experience. So, what is it that defines quirky?
Well, the short answer to that is whatever I say is quirky is quirky. um, it's just something that you would not expect. I mean, it could be something as simple as a collection of bowling balls used as lawn art, or it could be sculpture. It could be religious iconography. You got to be careful with religion. Um, it could be garden gnomes. It can be architecture, just something that's completely unexpected and with a little bit of whimsy in it. And I think whimsical Berkeley would probably be the best title, but it doesn't rhyme.
Doesn't rhyme,
Right, right.
yeah.
Right. So I got to go find a city that rhymes with whimsical and move there.
um, so, what are some of the most interesting things or your favorite items that you found walking and discovering in Berkeley?
Well, my absolute favorite is on Spruce Street up in the hills, and it's a giant orange. And those who are listening who are in their 50s or 60s will remember driving along Highway 99 or Highway 5 or even Highway 80.
You want to talk a little bit more into the mic?
In the old days when along the highways were one-off orange juice stands, often with vernacular architecture in the shape of an orange, and you'd pull over and have some orange juice over shaved ice and before AC in the cars and enjoy it. And Bruce Dodd is a retired architect who lives on Spruce Street in Berkeley. And as he and his wife drove back and forth from Berkeley to Yosemite years ago, they saw these lovely giant oranges disappearing and set out to buy one. And yeah, he bought one the night before he was going to truck it up here. Somebody torched it, it burned. He found another one in Chowchilla and trucked it up here and completely rehabbed it. So if you look down a driveway, beautiful oak trees, see the bay, beautiful brown shingle house. You see a giant orange just sitting there on a platform, and it was. There's a term, "Old Weird America," that Greil Marcus, a Berkeley writer, coined, and that giant orange is old weird America that's torn out of the Central Valley and brought to Berkeley and just sitting there. And that's where we had the book launch party there. But that's my single favorite. But there are many. Right across the street from Bruce Dodd's on Spruce Street is a woman named Buldan Sika, who's Macedonian, came to the United States in the 1960s and studied ceramics at the California College of Arts and Crafts and makes these 8-9 foot ceramic freaks, and there's a bunch of them in her yard.
Ceramic freaks?
Yeah. If you look in the book, well, I call them giant freaks. They're birds with the bodies of people, and so I'm showing you the book there. You can tell the page number. You describe it. I call them giant freaks. You call them what you.
Wow, these
Yeah.
are amazing.
Yeah, they are. And Buldan Sika is well over 4 feet, and she's a tiny woman. And these are 8-foot sculptures.
Check this out. And
Yeah,
get pictures of that and put it on the podcast.
Oh yeah,
so people can get the visual.
You can pull anything you want off of my blog, and if you just look for Buldan Sika on there, you'll find it.
Okay. So how does the book differ from the blog?
The blog's generally longer. It's all original writing for the book, where I was trying to be more succinct and capture everything in fewer words. The book is probably a little bit less idiosyncratic, and I have 500 posts on the blog, and the book represents 12 or 15 major posts, and maybe 100 or 150 with the mailboxes and things like that. So Um, it's uh, you can hold it in your hand. You can't hold the blog in your hand.
Yeah,
But yeah,
true.
yeah.
Thank you for listening to this podcast short. For more podcast content, be sure to subscribe to all of our podcast channels on YouTube, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Libsyn, Castbox, Podbean, and literally anywhere else you listen to podcasts.